Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. We'll give this a little bit of time. Get some people in here. I think we're live. See. All right, we've got one. Hello there. Not sure who that is yet. 3. All right. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the second installment of Cracking Geodes with yours truly. My name is Tyler. How's everybody doing? Bear with me. Went and got a new tripod to try and make this a little bit easier for everybody. What's going on, Michael? How you doing, sir? How you doing? Welcome to the show. All right, I have got 11 right now, but I'm going to find one more, I'm sure. So I'm going to end up with 12 geodes for the night that I'm going to be cracking for you guys. If you tuned into the first show, which was a late show, which was at midnight the other night. Definitely not going to be that late in the future, but that was just kind of an impromptu show. So looking forward, they're probably going to be around 8 o'clock, 8:15. And then I'm going to try and establish a certain day every week. Welcome. Let's see. We've got John, Danielle. How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream, everybody. How are we doing tonight? For those just tuning in, again, this is a show. Just going to be cracking some geodes. Nothing special, nothing crazy. I'm sure I'm going to get some questions along the way. This is not a show about sales. I do have a separate Facebook group called Cannon's Collectibles. I'm going to comment and put a link to that in the comment section down below. So if you guys have any inquiries about acquiring some of these geodes or anything else like that, any questions, that's a great way to get a hold of me, or just message me here. How's it going, Josh? What's up? All right. Again, I collect all these geodes that I'm going to be cracking. I collect out in Indiana, southern Indiana, just south of Lake Bloomington, Lake Monroe. I messed up and said Lake Bloomington last time. Lake Monroe, just south of there. If you can find the creek, odds are it's going to be loaded. So yeah, I think we're going to give it just another minute or two, get things adjusted here, and then we will hop right into it, guys. Hope everybody's having a good night. Gonna turn it down just a little bit more here. There we are, guys. All right, perfect. Let me grab my safety glasses. So I can actually see this time. Hey there, Michael Tucker, showing some love. I appreciate it, sir. Who else have we got? We've got Diane. Hi there, Diane. Heather, how are you guys doing this evening? I don't know if you saw in the description, but if you want to say hi, go for it. I'm curious to see where everybody's from. I'm just wondering how far the reach of rockaholics or alcoholism for rock addicts. Just curious how far that reaches. So if you guys want to comment, say where you're from. I'm curious to see where everybody is tuning in from. Got a couple of things here. You know what? Let me do this really quick. I've got a couple of things set up here. Let me turn this around. Just a couple things. These here are going to be the geodes we're cracking tonight, guys. This one right here was the very first beast that I collected. This thing right here is 42 pounds. I collected it in an Indiana creek. Hello, South Carolina. Nice to see you guys. Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky. I appreciate that, guys. Hello. Coming to you from Illinois. I'm sorry, I don't know if I included that in any of my posts, but that's where I'm streaming to you from. Let me see if I can't get this to zoom in here. This is a fossil bed that I collected, or just a chunk of fossil. This is another thing I'm interested in, not just about the geodes. Another fossil plate, if any of you guys have ever been to or heard of St. Leon's Road Cut out in Indiana. That's where this piece here is from. Big old mess of goodness. And then last thing I'm going to show you guys is another one of my bigger geodes here. Pardon the bag of Milky Ways. Another one of my bigger finds there. And just to kind of give you guys some perspective, there's my hand next to it. So if you guys are out there collecting, Indiana's the place to be. They've got little ones, they've got big ones, and all from in between. Hello from Northeast Arizona. How you doing there, Wayne? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Alrighty. We're going to hop right into it. I think we're going to go... We'll start with some small ones, guys. We'll work our way up to some big ones, and then finish it off with some more smalls, I think. And for those of you who did not catch the show last time, this tool that I'm using here, this is called a soil pipe cutter. It is intended to crack pipes perfectly. It just so happens to work pretty well with geodes as well. One can be acquired from any local hardware store. Most places will got it. We'll have it. There's a couple options. This one in particular is a chain pipe cutter. Just what I prefer to use. And we're gonna get right into it. Now the other night we had a little bit of a streak. We were cracking them, and there was a lot of quartz with goethite over. And I'm cracking some more this evening from that same creek. So I'm thinking that we're gonna get some more of those secondary goethite little gorgeous needles in here. I'm hoping so. There we are. First one. All right, let's see. And it's a dud. That's all right. Sometimes it happens. Mainly filled in, got a little itty bitty cavity there. A little tiny bit of quartz that you can see in that, with a little bit of chalcedony over it. Majority is quartz. It's a common thing to find out there. Not uncommon to have one that's completely solid. Hopefully tonight isn't full of solid ones, but that's the nature of collecting these things. You really never know. You never know till you crack it open. But I think we'll have a couple good ones. And for those curious, somebody asked last time why I shake them. Some of them, these get washed out of creeks, or I find them in creeks. A lot of times they'll get washed out of valleys and ravines and things like that. So they'll tumble down, and depending on how big that cavity is in there, if it's 50% hollow and it's got some nice points, odds are if it's knocking around, depending on what mineral it is, something's going to get loose. So if you shake it and you hear a rattle, that's a pretty telltale sign that you've got some sort of cavity inside of there. You don't want to shake it too much, because if there is a cavity, then that means you're knocking around and hitting something. So this little guy here is a rattler, so we'll see what he's got. All right. Crank this down a little bit, and we'll see what we've got. Ooh, see those sparks? All right, crumbled a little bit, but we've got two halves. Pick this up here. Ooh, Northern California, how you doing there? Welcome, welcome. Southern California, hello from Idaho. El Paso, how you guys doing? So sorry, can't see all the way over there, but let's get this turned around and show you guys what's in our second one that we cracked open. And try to not get my mess of a garage in the background with it, but let's see. So we've got some nice quartz here. A little bit of iron staining in there. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. See if I can zoom in here for you guys. No goethite yet, but I've got a feeling that we're gonna come across some. I think so. Oh, here we are. Where did my light go? There it is. Sorry about that. But not too shabby. New Orleans, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Or near New Orleans. There we are. Let's turn this back around. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm not a videographer. I'm just a guy that likes to collect rocks. Let's see. I think we're all right there. Maybe bring it down just a wee bit. Wants to be in my video. What? I'm not sure how that all works. Not sure if I want anybody to join in the video, so sorry, I'm going to decline for now. Let me look into that a little bit. Just angled down a little bit more. There we go, guys. All right. We've got 2 down, 2 cracked already. Leave that there. And that one there. We're going to go on to, let's do a little bit of a bigger one now. This one's not too bad. This one here. Yeah, we'll give it a whirl. Looks like it's some geodized foreign coral. Give it a whirl, see what's in there. And if there's any professionals out there watching, professional rock crackers, and you see me doing something that's foolish and you got some tips for me, feel free to let me know. Hoping this one doesn't pop off here, but we'll see. Yep, just as I suspected. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. We'll go up one. That's all right. Always good to try and observe your geode before you get it set up to crack. Sometimes there may be little grooves and spots in there that nature's already giving you a perfect little spot to put your chain in. Does take some practice, I'll tell you. The first time I started cracking these, I was killing my back, screaming, not doing it the right way. This takes time. Ooh, that was easy. I'm hopeful with this one. Alrighty. And there we have it. Third one. Just as I predicted, we've got some quartz and we've got a little bit of goethite on it. Let me get this turned around for you guys. Just a little bit of goethite in this one. You can see a bit of it right here. Got a nice point on this side. Really like this guy right here. He's nice and big. Ooh. Do I do this every night? No. I don't plan to do this every night. My first show, I did this, was very, very impromptu. That's why it came at you guys at midnight that first night. This is something that I plan to do at least weekly. It's off season right now where I collect that is a lot of dense forest, so there's way too many. Let me take a step back so you can see my head. There's a lot of leaves on the ground right now, so unless I want to get out there with a leaf blower and rakes, it's just a little difficult to get out there and collect. So I'm just going to call it quits until probably springtime. If we get any random warm days after some snow, I'll definitely sneak out there and see what I can find. Snow is great for collecting these. That ice gets out there, and just the erosion that comes from wintertime, especially after a summer that Indiana has had previously. You know, this past summer, if you guys are from Indiana. To my knowledge, I'm in Illinois, but the people I collect with, there has not been very much raining this past year, or these past few years for that matter. A term that a good friend of mine uses is that it needs a really good gully washer, is the way that he says it. So, all right, let's get on with the show, guys. 3 down. We've got a few more to go. All right. And we've got this one here, guys. One of your more traditional looking geodes. I do talk about geodized fossils being a lot of the things that I collect and crack, but just to give you guys an idea. I should have been doing this to begin with, but I'll walk it up before I crack it, then get back over there and crack it. And thanks to everybody that's just tuning in. Welcome to the show. Nothing too crazy going on. Just a guy collects too much rocks, cracking them in his garage, and sharing it with the world. All right, this one here. Crank this back out. Awesome. And boy, let me tell you guys, when I first asked you if this was something you guys would be interested in, I was not expecting the responses that I got. So many people saying they would love to see it, and it was great. Hopefully this one here isn't too big of a gap. We may have to adjust the chain, but we'll try it anyways. All right. As I suspected with this one, pretty solid. Where is a good place to start finding geodes? Well, it just depends on where you can get out to, April. It's, I'm sorry, I don't want to scroll too far back, but if you don't mind just telling me real quick again where it is you're from. Welcome, Brandy. Welcome, Shauna, to the show. Welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Just cracked this guy. It was pretty much a dud. Pretty solid. Some iron discoloration, citrine colors, if you may. Hi, Amy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. All right. So I've got 2, 4, 6 little guys left and 2 big guys. So let's go 3 little. We'll do the 2 big guys and hop back over to some little guys. What do you think? Let me get this here adjusted before I get a geode in here. Just makes it a little bit easier. Once again, if you're joining the stream, thanks for stopping by. My name is Tyler. I collect geodes out in southern Indiana, just south of Lake Monroe. If you're familiar with that area, if you're from Indiana, odds are you know about the geodes that are out there. Odds are you don't care much about them because there's so many, unless you're obsessed like me. But that is where I collect. So Monroe County, Lawrence County, Brown County, I have not gotten to, but let me tell you, I see some of the things coming out of that county, and holy moly, it's some great stuff. Crawfordsville, that's another great area to go and collect. Crawfordsville can be a bit tricky. Crawfordsville is very famous for its fossils. If you go on eBay and you look for a whole crinoid specimen from Indiana, odds are 9 out of 10 of them are coming out of Crawfordsville. So trying to get onto some public land to go and collect that hasn't been overly collected on can be a bit of a difficult task, but some of my best fossil specimens have come out of there. So if you get a chance to get over to Crawfordsville, if you know somebody with land out in Crawfordsville, my name is Tyler. I want to be your best friend. No, just kidding. It's a great place to be. Indiana's got a lot of neat stuff. Let me tell you, the rock collecting in Indiana for me is blown me away. Growing up in Chicago, if anybody out there is from Chicago or from Illinois, for whatever reason, whoever lives close to us, next to us, has always got to be our rival. So I was always told Indiana was a gross, smelly place. But you know what? I love Indiana. Indiana, you guys rock. You're better than Illinois. I got to go all the way across all the way across the state of Illinois through terrible, rotten areas to go and collect geodes. takes about the same time I can go and drive through Indiana and have some beautiful scenery, open roads, and not have to deal with you Illinois drivers. All right. Oh, safety glasses on, guys. Ooh. All right. I was wondering when this was going to make an appearance. I was really hoping it would happen tonight. Thank goodness. Now, this one did crack a little bit more than I would have preferred, but that's all right. Now, if you caught my last show, there was a lot of quartz. A lot of quartz. The last one that we cracked of the night. Hi from Illinois. Julie, how you doing? Do I ever use any other method for cracking them open? From Linda. Linda, yes. I've got Hoosier National Forest. Christina, yep. That's where to go. That's the great place to be. Have a big one you can open. Need to watch and learn. From Leah. Leah, if you want, send it to me. I will crack it for you. I'll send it right back. I can do that. Not a problem. I won't even charge you. Just ship it. I'll ship it back. All right. Where was that question again? My other methods of cracking. So a lot of people aren't going to have one of these lying around, which is pretty understandable. Let me back up a little bit. So when I first started doing this, my method was I went out and I spent about $20 and I got a cold steel chisel. And that makes a difference. Now, cold steel has to do with how the steel is forged. Geodes, especially if you're collecting out in Indiana, are very hard. So your regular chisel, regular screwdriver and hammer isn't really going to work too well. So cold steel chisel is going to be the way to go. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find your geode. And I'll actually use this guy as an example because I started fighting with him and I threw in the towel. But today I'm going to get them open. So if you can see, this one here has kind of got some scores already around it. So you want to take your geode and you just want to find an imaginary line, and you're going to want to start chiseling. Take your hammer, chisel, and just found the stream. How much longer you going? Cody Coco Lane, welcome to the stream, boss. I've got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 geodes left. I started with 12, so you're just about halfway into it, boss. So you got some time, no worries. Now to get back to you. So for those curious about other ways to do it, one of my streams, I'll go ahead and show you guys some alternative ways. So you just start with your chisel and your hammer, and you're going to want to start low pressure and just slowly start working around. You know, choose a spot, hit it a couple times, hit it a couple times, hit it a couple times, and just go around and around, increasing force, and over time you're just going to basically create a fault line where that geode is going to end up splitting. And that's your easiest method. Your basic method that all the geode kits are going to tell you is throw it in a sock, throw it in underneath some leather, and whack it with a hammer. That's a good option, but then you always just risk breaking what's inside. So that's going to be up to you. Another option I will do, or another thing I will do, is I have a wet tile saw. So I'll either cut all the way through the geode with that, just find a line and just work it with the saw. Or I'll just go ahead and make a little bit of a groove around there for my chisel to sit in. So I can then use my chisel, set it inside there, and whack it a couple times. It doesn't have to be a wet tile saw to do that. You can use an angle grinder, pretty much anything that's able to utilize a masonry blade. So you want to use a blade that's going to have a diamond encrusted tip. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate that. Not too bad for my second stream, huh? So yeah, there's a couple different ways, guys. If you want to go ahead and follow me on this page, this Amateur Geology and Rock Collecting. Love this page. It's so awesome. So happy that I found it. Follow me here. I'll be posting stuff up. I'll try and get some education out there for you guys on geodes. And my personal page, I'll do that as well. But either way, I'll get some info out to you guys. Make this all a little bit easier to understand. All right, let's get back to it, guys. Moving on to this one. Let's get her cracked open. A little bit of a smaller one, but if you saw the first stream, those smaller ones were prettier than the bigger ones. In my opinion, at least. All right, sorry, guys. I keep seeing everybody popping up trying to join the video, and I'm not quite sure what that means, so I'm sorry. I hope you're able to watch, but I don't want it to pop up another screen and somebody somewhere is talking and not sure about all that yet. All right. Here we go. 6 down, 6 to go, guys. Right. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even think I showed you guys the last one I cracked. Oh my goodness. I just got a compliment about engaging it, the audience, and I didn't even show you guys the last geode. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody was watching right now. My, oh my. So sorry, guys. Welcome to the stream. This is the last one that I had cracked, and this was the one I started talking about. This one here. This is another thing that I find a lot of. This is botryoidal chalcedony. And thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I am so blown away by how many of you guys are watching right now. 52 was amazing the first night. So 76 right now. My, oh my. I appreciate it, guys. So like I said, this one here, you can see a lot of discoloration from iron. A lot of iron out here in Indiana. Well, this is botryoidal chalcedony. So beautiful. This color, this here, oh, sorry guys, trying to zoom out and keep turning off the light. This one here, if I were to clean it up with some iron out, I will, ooh. You guys, ooh, hello from Washington. How you doing, Kat? Hi from Minnesota. Ooh, I got a little bit of appreciation for Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for a little while. Nevada, hello. Welcome from Nevada. All right, bear with me, guys. To make up for forgetting to show you guys this one, I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorites. Oh, yeah, I will definitely be doing that. I tried to do that, Grace, to show all of them in a row with the first stream, but I think shout out from Texas. Hi from Texas. My first stream, I tried to do that, but I think I was still connected to my Wi-Fi. So I crouched down, and I went to show everybody, and then it disconnected, and I shot back up so it didn't interrupt the stream, and it went back, and then I tried to go again, and it just wasn't letting me do it. But I've got it set up now. I tested it out. So Virginia, Northern Montana, hi from Texas. How you guys doing? My goodness. New Zealand. Dee Dee, how you doing? New Zealand. I think you are the furthest away to join in on the stream this evening. All right, let me grab this one to show you guys. I hope you can still hear me. Now, as I said, that last geode that I showed you, that I had just cracked, was botryoidal chalcedony. Ooh, from Canada. I see you there. How you doing? Canada is on my bucket list. Oh, I want to go to Canada so bad. I will make it up there one day. I will get to Canada to do some rock hounding and see it. All right, so like I was just saying, guys, botryoidal chalcedony. Hello from Oregon. Botryoidal chalcedony is one of my favorite things to find in the geodes out here. Chalcedony, agate, all very, very similar. There's a lot of hot topic debates on what classifies as what. I find agate in my geodes. If you go and Google, is there agates in Indiana? It's not going to say there are, but I've cracked hundreds, probably thousands of geodes, and I found agate before. Oh, yes, Connie, I will definitely. I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to let you know when I'm there. Tyler Ferris, shout out. How you doing? That's a buddy right there. All right, guys. So like I said, this is the botryoidal chalcedony geode I just cracked right here. And like I said, this one here I'm going to clean up with some iron out. If it doesn't run away, I'm going to clean it up with some iron out. And then I'll give you guys, this is what it's going to look like. This one right here, I posted after I cracked it and shared it. I call this one the mother of all bots. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Glad you can make it. So this one right here, oh my goodness, if you guys could see how far these cavities go in. This geode I collected on one of my very first trips out. And this side could use a little bit more cleaning. But look how far back those cavities go. So it needs a little bit more love and affection. And I'm working on getting a good setup to get some polishing done, some face polishing. I've got a little bit that I can do now. Just I don't have the greatest setup. All the money I spend on my hobby, on collecting and getting things beautiful and cleaning them up is, found it in your driveway, a crazy snail fossil. See, you know what? That's the thing I'm jealous of. I'm going to go out in my driveway in the south suburb of Chicago, of Lansing, and I'm not going to find a snail fossil. I'm going to find some much, much worse stuff. I'm going to find some garbage or some paraphernalia. It's the tragic truth. But yeah, that is totally awesome. Snail fossils are great. Gastropods, I love them. I've got a couple geodized gastropods if you stick around. Not this show particularly. I've got one in mind. I'm keeping a few real nicer ones aside. I'm going to have a show dedicated to just cracking open gastropods. One just cracking open cephalopods, horn corals, whatever I find and I can share with you guys. It's coming at you. All right. We've got a couple more little ones here to crack. Oh, before I do it again, because I forgot to show you guys one. Now here's the other one that I had cracked right after. Another nice little quartz guy. Not a huge cavity, but some beautiful, beautiful color. I love the citrine effect it gives it. You know, I'm not quite sure, you know, traditional, true citrine I know is heat related, and I don't think these endure the heat. I think it's just iron related, but it's pretty darn close in some of them. Oh, sad face. Oh, I don't know why that was a sad face. I hope that was an accident. Ooh, Wisconsin near Green Bay. I'm a Bears fan, but welcome to the show. Western North Carolina. Sorry, guys. Let's go through here. Let's just see what's going on, where everybody's coming from. Glad you guys love it. Bryce, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I enjoy it too. Sacramento. Great. Awesome, guys. Go Pack. Ooh, that's okay. We won't talk about this past football season. I don't think any of these current sports seasons should be talked about. COVID done went and messed everything up. All right. Moving on, guys. Moving on. We've got 2, 4, 6 left for you. So we got 2 little ones. This one I'm not too hopeful on, but you never know. I've had a lot that I've picked up and, man, should I crack this? Nah, I won't. And I'll pick it up another day, and I never get around to. And then when I finally do, it just blows me away. So, not being as picky. Just going with it sometimes now. This one's going to have to go one more, I think. Which should give us a nice crack. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. For everybody just joining, and to those who did not catch the beginning of the show, my name is Tyler. I'm a guy that likes collecting geodes, and I just decided I'm going to start sharing myself cracking these open in my garage with everybody else. I spend hours and hours and hours doing it on my own, and I figure there's so many people out there that love the photos I share, the things I crack. I figure they might enjoy watching me crack them too. So this tool I'm using here is called a soil pipe cutter. For those of you that are curious and just joining, this one is from the brand Wheeler Rex. They are available at all of your local hardware stores. They are a bit pricey. I did not spend a lot on mine. I spent a lot of time scouring eBay to find that deal because, yeah, I didn't have $400 or $500 laying around to spend on some tools. I don't think my wife would have appreciated that. Now that she enjoys them a little bit more, maybe, but there's different things to spend money on. And like I said, all my tools and stuff I get is just from the money that I make doing this. I'm not a geode salesman. I'm not a rock peddler or distributor, dealer, or anything like that. It's just something I enjoy doing. If there's something I want to get, I'll part with some of my collection. And I love sharing with people too. All right, let's get on with the next. All right. Oh, not too bad. That's a little surprising. A little bit more than I thought would be in there. All right, guys. Oh, let me get Big Mama out of the way. Get this here turned around. Welcome, guys. Let's see. Fossils have always been super cool, especially when I was a kid. But I'm a sucker for raw rock mineral pieces. A pic also. Becky, sorry, what is that you want to see a picture of? You think you have something similar? Sorry about that. It's hard for me to watch these comments as they're going by. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, okay, I think they're there. Replying to that, Tyler. I thought you were replying to me. Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely have to send me some photos, man. Looking forward to getting out there and collecting with you next year. Erie, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the show. All right, we just cracked this little guy here. Got a little bit of quartz in there, but I love that little bit of pink tint in there. It's a little much harder to see on the camera, but yeah, Janet, absolutely. I'm sorry about that. I'm still perfecting my way of doing this. I've got lots of plans and ideas of how I'm going to get this going, especially since it's gotten such a liking. Yeah, absolutely, Becky. Yeah, that's what I had realized. You were talking to the other Tyler. But yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is a little guy here. I think this one is actually a geodized cephalopod. Garcia Lee, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Right, I do. I think this is beautiful. It's little. Some people would toss it away and not think much of it, but I think it is gorgeous. Yes, absolutely. And for that request of seeing my tool here. All right. I should have done this to begin with. So this is the whole tool here. You got one end here with a flat end. That's going to be what you set on the floor. So yeah, this is what you do. So you want to open this up, and it's going to open up this jaw here, and you're going to set your geode in. You kind of wrap this around, and you kind of get an idea of where it's going to line up. So this one here, I would say lined up in this link. Let me see if I can't get this all set up for you guys one-handed. I'll do my best. Grace, welcome to the show. How you doing? So yeah, some of these are a little chewed up. So basically, you just want to set it in here. Let me see if I can't find one. So there you go. So it should set in there nice and easy. Then you would put your specimen in here, your geode. And then as you close this, it's going to put some pressure on it. And you want to make sure you're centered on your geode. Have a nice spot. And then it just evenly distributes pressure and cracks it. So all these here actually move. They're supposed to be a little sharp. Mine's been used up a bit, but they still get the job done. But yeah, this here, if you're curious, this is called a chain soil pipe cutter. 86 viewers. Holy smokes, guys. Welcome to the show. Wow. 86 people. Did not expect that. Back down to 82. Maybe I scared them away. Welcome to the show, guys. Can you crack thunder eggs with that thing too? Yes, you can in theory. The issue you run into with that, though, is sometimes with these, depending on what the specimen is, I'll get a really nice clean break. But other times, you run into issues like this, where you can kind of see one surface here kind of bulges out a bit more. This one kind of indents. So depending on what your polishing setup is, no problem, Janet. Glad I could help you out. Depending on what your setup is for polishing, a lot of times if you have a thunder egg, unless you want it in that raw view, you know, cracked like this, and you're hoping for a big pocket, a lot of people prefer just to cut them because it makes it a little bit easier to polish them. But like I said, it just depends on what kind of polishing setup you got. If you get like the high-tech Diamond brand polishing setups, those are some high-powered, some really good quality stuff. That's actually what I'm saving up for now. So any of my sales coming in, anything like that, that's what it's going towards, is to get one of those. So those, if you got something like that, something really good to get things polish, then, you know, cracking open some Thunder Eggs with this shouldn't really be an issue. It really is just depends on how you want to appreciate them. You know, if you can appreciate them that way, then this is the way to go. It's an easier way than cracking something big open with a hammer, or, you know, trying to cut it on a smaller saw. It's much more expensive to go and buy a ginormous saw than, you know, to try and crack something open with this and work with it. Seattle, Washington, checking in. Sonny, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Glad you are checking in. Get right back into it. I've got, let's see, 3, 4, 5 geodes left to crack tonight, guys. One more little guy, and then we're gonna try out one of these big guys. Not as much goethite tonight, but that's all right. We were on a roll with it the other night. All right, let's see. Should have a nice spot here. You know what? And I'm gonna do, for those curious, I'm gonna drop this down. You may not be able to see me a whole lot or too well, but try and get it so you guys can see me actually cracking the thing. I won't do this for all of them, but just to give you an idea. I'll kind of move it. So when you're cracking, you always set your extra chain over the top. And here we are. And there you have it. Another mostly solid one. Trying to decide what equipment to get. All right, give me just a second, Grace, and I'll get to you on that one. Let me set this guy down and turn them around and show you. This one's got some really nice hematite staining in there. That's really pretty. I know it's not a huge cavity, but I really like that. I really like that red. Not too often that the iron discoloration will go the route of red. A lot of time it'll get a nasty orange looking and yellowish and not really look too good. Let's see, Grace. So you said I have some from 25 to 75 pounds. Will that thing handle those as well? It really is just going to depend on the size of them, in all honesty. The biggest geode that I've cracked had a diameter of, I believe, 14 inches. So it just really depends. My chain here is only, I think, a 28-inch chain, so it's just a matter of if it can get around. If it can get around and it can latch on, it may be a pain in the butt if you get in that very last link, but you should be able to get it cracked open. All right, guys, moving on to a big one. Now this one, I tried to crack like the first or second time, even trying out this tool, and it did not work. So there's a good chance it might be solid, or I could have just been being foolish and not know how to crack it. I tried to go around this way before, but now I'm going to try and do it this way. See if we can't get a better grip on it. Where did you get your equipment from? Avery, how you doing? Big hello from Australia, the land down under. Natasha Peterson, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Connie, I agree. Those are some pretty awesome colors. Where did I get my equipment from? Well, let's see. This particular Grace, let's see. If you want, before you buy anything, I've got a saw, I've got my pipe cutter. Find a decent size one you're not too interested in. If you want, I'll pay for you to ship it out, and I'll give it a whirl and try and crack it open, and I'll let you know what happens and how it goes, and I'll send that right back to you. Just if maybe that'll help you get an idea. I'm curious. That I'm not too sure of. Thunder Eggs are on my list of things that I want to get in the collection. I have some, but they are pre-cut, and I just got to polish them up. But I haven't come across any whole ones to try and crack. I did try to acquire some, but it was just a little difficult for me. But as I was saying, so this piece of equipment here, for who asked, this one I acquired from eBay. My my wet tile saw. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Wet tile saw. That one I actually got from Facebook Marketplace. And then Amazon has been where I've gotten everything else. I have a Dremel that I use. I've got an orbital sander that I use with diamond encrusted polishing pads. Here, give me a second, actually. I was told last time I should have showed this off by those who know me and watched my stream. So I'm going to get this set up here for you guys, just so I can give you an idea. Hello from Kentucky. Love geodes, but can't find much where I live. Crystal. You're from Kentucky. Let me tell you, Kentucky is loaded too. So I'm going to get with you. I'll message you afterwards and kind of not find out where you live, but I'll find out the region and I'll point you in the direction of where to go to look, because Kentucky, let me tell you, Kentucky is loaded, and the difference between these kind of geodes we can find in Indiana and Tennessee and then the ones you can find in Kentucky, you get into territory of getting some that you can open with that beautiful, beautiful Kentucky agate, and I love that stuff. So Kentucky, you may not find geodes, but there's a lot of great stuff out there. There's agate out there. There's jasper. There's a lot of great stuff. All right, guys. So this one here is one that I found. This one I found on my very first time collecting out in Indiana. And I saw this stuff right here, and I saw this bubbly goodness here, and I thought, oh my goodness, is that agate that I'm seeing? And I decided to try my luck with polishing and see what I could do. And this is what I came up with. So this was done using an orbital sander with diamond encrusted pads, polishing pads. It can be better. It can be definitely use a varnish and get shined up. Yeah, Michael, hey, I'm glad you're in the show, man. Michael, help Crystal out. Michael is the man to go. To. He's my contact in Kentucky. I'm planning a trip with my family out there to go and look for some beautiful things with him and his family. And then look at this side here. This was my pride and joy. I absolutely love this thing. Look at those crazy, crazy bands in there. And this one I just decided to... Welcome to the show, Lori. Welcome, welcome. This is a geode I collected in Indiana and decided to do a little bit of freeform polish on the outsides of it instead of cracking it open. So it looks a little wonky, but I love it. I love those bubbles in there. I just love it. All right, I get too distracted doing this. I could probably stream all night showing you guys my collection and everything that I love. How long did that take with an orbital sander? For this one here, that one I took about, let's see. Ooh, that was a few months ago. Like 8 months ago. I want to say that one only took me about an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours to get that one done with the orbital sander. It's just really a matter of how you hold it. I've learned a little bit of a technique, so if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Comment on here, and I'll get a video made up of how I do it, how I handle the tool, and get you helped out. All right, guys, gonna get back to the point of the show, the highlight of the show, cracking these geodes. Like I said, this guy here is a beautiful, obviously, a geode. Like I said, this one I tried to crack when I first got this tool, and I don't think I was doing it the right way. So I'm gonna give it a whirl now that I know what the heck I'm doing. And it's a big one, so I really hope. I wouldn't be surprised if this is either, I think it's gonna end up being salad, or it's gonna end up being full of botryoidal chalcedony, because that creek that I was collected this from at the beginning of the summer was loaded with botryoidal chalcedony, or bots. So if you guys ever hear me use the word or phrase bots, I'm talking about botryoidal chalcedony. That is what I'm referring to. Oh yeah, this sucker is big. Going all the way to almost the second to last link. All right, like I said, if I look foolish, I'm sorry. If I look like I'm struggling, it's only a little bit of a struggle. Try to do it in a way. Big ones are a little bit of a pain in the butt, let me tell you. All right, safety glasses on. I hope I don't end up fighting with this guy for 5 minutes for it to be a dud, but we'll see what happens. I hope it cracks. One second, guys. So this is a common thing to happen. I run into it a lot. Odds are this thing is solid, so that's why it's being such a pain. But I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a try, but I also don't want to kill myself on it. All right, one more try. Try and use all my force. All right, let me see if I can't adjust this chain and not look foolish. Oh, you know what? That was probably my problem. I'm foolish, guys. For all you laughing at me, it's okay. I still appreciate you watching. But man, that sucker did not want to go. We'll see if we can't get it this way. I think I had too much space in the chain. Oh yeah, I did. All right, this is gonna be better. Sometimes these big ones are a pain. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this one wants to crack, guys. All right. I'm going to admit defeat on this one again. Oh my boy. Boy, oh boy. That one's just not destined to be cracked. Whew. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh, Michael. All right. All right, Mike, I'm going to give it one more try. If not, I'm going to save it till next summer and bring it to Kentucky. Sorry, guys. I really want to crack this thing. All right. I'm sweating. All right, this feels better. I don't get it. I'm still learning, guys. Yep. Not working. I admit defeat on that one. All right. Let me get some water. Oh my goodness. I'll keep trying. Hold on. Oh. All right. Don't worry. I'm going to keep trying. If you guys are all right with watching a semi-fat guy struggling to crack a geode, I'll keep it going. 88. Oh my word. No, I'm giving this guy one more try. Oh. Need to find. All right. All right, guys. Back up a bit. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I do have some more I can go down. It finally broke, guys. It finally broke. Woo! If this isn't amazing, okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I'm not too mad. All right, one moment, guys. I got it cracked. Let me wipe the sweat. I don't want all you guys to see me so sweaty. Woo! The anticipation, guys. All right. Boy, oh boy. Thank you, guys. That was a mission. And I'm so glad. It's flat enough to polish, Travis. I can definitely make it. All right. Here it is. This is the guy that was so much of a pain. Yeah, it's not too terrible in here. I could probably make something work with polishing this up. Well, let's see. Some nice clear quartz in here. Got a little bit, you can see in here, some quartz with some chalcedony. That's what that white stuff is on top. Ooh, very nice. Very nice coating of chalcedony on it. And then here's the other half, guys. This one's pretty too. Nice little cavity here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that goes in there some. Very nice. Okay. All right, this guy, I'm content. I'm content. I agree. He was pretty nice. Almost threw in the towel with that guy for the second time. Yeah, these, the darker area. Here, let's see, I'll show you that. Let's see, hopefully it's not something I missed. You talking about this spot here? This is, looks like just some iron discoloration. Could be a little bit of clay. And this area in here is darker just because it's a bigger cavity. And yeah, this is just some iron discoloration. All right, welcome to the stream. Which one? On the other piece. I'm not sure. If you're talking about this isn't, this is the cover to my microphone for my tripod, but, oh, gotcha, okay. Yeah, it looked darker. Would I ever dye them any colors? Probably not. I mean, I don't know how to do that. If there was somebody that wanted a certain color, maybe I'd be interested in doing so. Or if my daughter wanted something a certain color. I don't know. Something I could look into, but I love the natural beauty. You know, I feel like there's a certain color we want to see in something or things of that nature, then somewhere it's out there. You know, it grows somewhere. That's the way I look at it. All right, guys. 3 to go. 2 little ones. Thankfully, they're little ones because, man, that last one. Whew. Lord. All right. We should have some cool things coming from these. This one, I think I hear a little bit of a rattle. The other small one, I definitely hear some rattling around. So, we'll get cracking. Again, thank you guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in, stopping by. I appreciate it. Love the community of this group. And I love that everybody likes cracking geodes as much as I do. And I'm glad that you guys get a kick out of this. Because I sure do. I enjoy it. All right. Yeah, these things definitely, they enjoy round shaped things. So I'll crack some odd shaped geodes here and there. But sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain. All right, guys, here we are. Nice little guy. Shouldn't be too hard. Get some tension in there. Interesting. It's a solid guy, but got some colors in it. So it's almost like it's sand in there. What's the best one I've ever cracked? Haven J's asking. Ooh, that's a good question. I've got a couple really nice ones that I've cracked. I know. They're fogging up. I'm sweating too much. Find some paper towel here. Do I know where to look for geodes in South Texas? I'm not too sure, but I've gotten pretty good at trying to find information like this. So if you bear with me and remind me after the stream, I can definitely do some research for you and try and see what tools I can find in your area that you could utilize. And getting back to what's my best one that I've cracked, I will I'll crack this little guy that I've got left over here, and I'll go grab the my best one that I've cracked, in my opinion, so far. Another little guy. Not sure what he was. Maybe a goniatite of some sort. It's got some bit of the shape of one, but we'll see. On after what's inside. I'm still hoping for at least one to have some goniatite, goethite. That's what I'm looking for. Mixing up the G words. Feel a little dyslexic sometimes. Got that one there, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for those who've stuck around. Shout out to those who've been here since the start of this stream. Not sure how long it's been, but I appreciate everybody. Let me defog my glasses here really quick. This is the second to last geode that I'm going to be cracking of the night, guys. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Woo, you guys see that spark? Ooh. That one shot way over there. All right. This one's got some crazy colors in it. Let's get it set up and show you guys. All right. So I kind of try to keep things organized so I can go over everything at the end with you. All right. Welcome to everybody joining. This is the one that I just cracked open here. Got some crazy, crazy reds in there. Another quartz growth with some chalcedony over top of it. Some very heavy saturation of iron. Maybe some other secondary mineral going on in there. I'll have to look at it with my loop afterwards and get back to, ooh, look at that red there. Pretty. I love it. And then here's the other side. You can see it just barely started to discolor here. This is botryoidal chalcedony over the quartz here, but it's almost still translucent. So gorgeous. Found some in northern Georgia just walking around some creeks. Heck yeah, that's awesome. See, when I was a kid, I would walk around a lot. The place I would go to a lot was up in Carpentersville in Illinois. So if you guys are familiar with that area, not the greatest area, but I loved the Carpentersville Dam. Just a dam that was built there way back in the day for manufacturing ice, I do believe. Well, I must have been 10 or 11 years old and just walking there, and I would always find shells, just little gastropods and bivalves and stuff like that. No fossils really, just regular old shells. And then I found one little half of a geode there, and oh man, I went nuts for it. Loved it. Went out the next weekend looking for more. How do you definitely recognize a geode rock just by sight? That's a great question, and it really is going to depend on the area that you're collecting these geodes in. A lot of these ones here, I'll show you, they've got a very unique texture to the outside of them. You know, it's a very telltale sign that it's a geode. This one, apart from... Oh, sorry about that, guys. Whoa. Oh, I was so worried. I did not know what was going on there. My connection kind of went crazy for a second. Woo. They look like cauliflower. That they do. Did I study this in school? That is a great question. I did not study any of this. I probably should have. This has just been a hobby of mine, and this past year and a half or so. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there. We're back. Not too sure. Got that new iPhone 12 on that crazy 5G, so sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't lose too many of you. But we are back. Could you answer again if you answered how to recognize a geode rock? You froze up. Yeah, sorry about that, Crystal. So it really just is going to depend on where you're collecting. I know you can go down to Mexico, and I don't know. I know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it. It's the Ococo or something like that. Those geodes, those are a very distinct geode. They're more of a uniform, kind of a flat exterior. Out here in Indiana, it's going to be a lot of... you know, things like this. You know, you're going to find a rock that's going to look like this, and it's going to have some dimples. There's a lot more, you know, it's a lot of it has to do with the shape as well. You know, they're going to be pretty round. Odds are, most of the time, they're going to have some sort of a round shape to them. You know, like this big one even has got some roundness to it. And it's also going to depend on the area you're in as well. There are areas like I collected in Indiana that are just loaded with geodes, and then there are areas you can go to and there's record of geodes being found, but you can't just go and say and go and find the source of them in certain places, if that makes sense. You know, like I said, a lot of the geodes I encounter are washed out from creeks. You can go to mountain ranges that the geodes may be miles and miles and miles up the mountain, and there's plentiful up there, but you only find one or two down in the creek below. It really just depends on where you're at. Let's see. I remember someone in the group mentioned buying geodes in bulk. Do you remember that? And if so, do you recommend that? Janet Brown. That's totally up to you. Again, I don't want to make my post about sales, but I do bulk offers for geodes as well. I will put a link to my personal page in the comment section of this video. Again, I want this just to be something still that everybody can enjoy, but go ahead and send me a message, or like I said, comment here. I'll give you a link to my page, and I can definitely get you taken care of. If it's not the geodes I haven't per se that you're looking for, I do know a lot of people out there that are great collectors and have great products and stuff like that I can definitely get you some recommendations to as well. But like I said, I'm not making this a sales post. I don't want it to be taken that way. But if you're curious, send me a message and I will get you guys taken care of. Absolutely. I will send you a link for sure. All right, guys. It's getting close to the end. And this big guy here, I found... I'm a little worried. It may be solid, but it's another nice big one. This is actually one of those fancy geodized fossils I'll tell you guys about. This one is, this one I think was a gonatite of some sort. So just a gastropod or an ammonoid. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Something like that. So basically a shelled organism that the base of it started a little bit smaller, got bigger, went around, opened up. And so that's what I kind of think this is, especially since in geodes and the process of becoming a geode, odds of something staying symmetrical or a geode forming symmetrically are pretty slim. So odds are, if you're finding something out there that's symmetrical, it's something that was organic at one time. So this one I think was something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and try and crack this one right around this way. And we'll see what it does, guys. Oh, actually, sorry. Somebody asked to see my best geode that I cracked. All right, where are you? There we go. All right, sorry for the empty airspace, guys. This right here, I only have one half of this, just because. Yeah, absolutely. I love doing it. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I love that you guys love doing this with me. So that being said, this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, that I've collected and cracked open. It is just one half because a very, very good friend of mine, he's got the other half. This one I cracked, and I've found some big geodes before. I've found monsters. I've found 50, 60, 70-pound geodes. And this one has the biggest quartz points and clearest quartz points that I have found in a geode out there so far. So let me set this one down here, and I'm going to get you guys a view of it. There she is, Haven. There you go. I didn't forget about you. Let me get this flash on here. So here we are. This is my favorite find. It's really hard to capture just because there's so many different colors and things going on in there. And let me kind of pan out a little bit. And here, I think you'll like this, Haven. I'm going to do this for you. I don't know if you saw my show last time. I'll do a little bit more here. This is my shelf I had to build because I just had too many geodes. So it is so disorganized now because I've moved them and taken pictures and things like that. And yeah, just big, beautiful botryoidal chalcedony. That's one of my favorite things to find out here. Some crazy bots. Really dirties. Really dirty stuff. That's some galena there. Here, these are some of my favorites too. These are some of the barite growths I find out here. Look at those blades there. My goodness, I love it. Another big golden barite blade in that one there. This is another interesting one. This one here is a mashup of geode and fossil because check this thing out. It's got some big old crinoid chunks in there. There's another big one in here. There it is. That just go all through this thing. Yeah, I agree, Christina. There are so many. I love them all. I love my barite. And this is another golden barite growth there. I love this one. Oh yeah, Connie, I definitely, that one there is full of fossils, and so is that big black bin there is also full of fossils. And then we get down here, and I got some more geodes. One of these days, I might even, there's a big geodized crinoid calyx. I might crack this guy open. Maybe. We'll see. And like I said, I've got lots. Buckets full. Bins full. This guy's one of my favorites, too. I'm going to pull this guy over, and I'm going to bring him back to my staging area. Pardon my car. I know. I totally could too. And I do. I've definitely got times where I cannot plan to do work and come out here and get something cut or get something polished, and I open up a bin and I'm like, man, I haven't looked at these geodes in a while, and I'm lost for another hour. This is one of my favorites. This is Botryoidal chalcedony that's got some druzy quartz over it. This is a very creek-worn geode, so that's why a lot of this is the way it is. But I just love the banding that's in this thing. And I think I'm definitely gonna have to dedicate a show to creek rescues, because there's a lot of people that go out there and they hunt and they want the whole geodes, but let me tell you, of my like 10 bins that I have in my garage full of geodes, 50% of those are full of creek rescues that are just things that I need to clean up, and I just have so much and just not enough time, especially with my son. He's 8 months old, my daughter's 6. I'm a, oh, what? I don't want to invite. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Pushing buttons with my fat fingers. Yeah, my son's 8 months old, my daughter's 6. I'm homeschooling my daughter right now, and I'm a full-time dad, stay-at-home dad. So I do my best to get out here and do things like this, and I'm thankful enough to have an amazing wife who supports my hobby and is okay with me filling our garage up with rocks. So, shout out to my wife. I don't know if she's watching right now or if she's sleeping. She's been homesick, but if you're watching, I love you, babe. I appreciate you for everything that you put up with me and my collecting habits. I promise one day I'm going to find a geode that's got $1 million crystal inside. And I promise I won't sell it, and I'm just going to keep it in my garage and look at it. Alright. Let's see. Is that a good? No, that's not a good. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure I'm not sitting and fighting with another geode for another 10 minutes on air. To those of you just tuning in, welcome to the show. You are unfortunately catching the tail end of it. We are getting ready to crack our last geode of the night here. Thanks for everybody that's kind of tuned in and enjoyed the show so far. I love doing this. It's only the second show, but man, I'm so excited to keep doing this. And I'm sitting and thinking about how many geodes I have and how many weeks of shows I can do. And I'm starting to really think that, I know I talked about being done for the season, but I might have to go get some more geodes if I want to keep doing the show as often. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, without further ado, let me clear my glasses up a little bit. We're going to get this last geode cracked here. We're going to do an overall view of everything that we got cracked open tonight, and we'll get everybody out of here. But here we are, guys, the last one of the night. Let's get her cracked. Ah, another wise guy, eh? I'm so nervous. It always makes me so nervous when they crack and then they just stop, just like they just land face down, because then I don't get to peek at them. So like, I have no idea if this is hollow or not. All right, guys, we're gonna do the reveal together because they're sitting there and I don't know yet. Oh, please don't be a disappointment. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, what have we got going on? Ooh, look at that. Botryoidochalcedony. Over quartz. Okay. I'm alright with that. I'm hoping this other side's going to be a little bit more exciting. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Not too bad. That little itty bitty cavity. But you know what? It's still gorgeous. I'll have to do some close-ups. Better so than the quality that Facebook gives me on my camera. But there might be some secondaries in there to give a little look-see over. All right, guys, let me get this set up here really quick. Bear with me. Try and do this in a way we can see it all. I have these disappointing solid ones in the back and these beautiful ones up front. So we can all enjoy them once again. There's the other half. That's always fun too. I need to get so much better with organizing my collection because let me tell you, I've got a lot that I've cracked open and I'll put them into bins or my wife will nag me and I've got a big mess in the garage, so I kind of clean them up quick. And then one half ends up in one bin and then another half in another one, and it's just, I've had too many occasions like, wait a second, where's the other half of this geode I'm looking for? Be careful, and it's an addiction. Oh, I know. If you guys know anybody I can get help from, and by help I mean more rocks, please let me know. If you're going to direct me to somebody who tells me my hobby is dumb, I've dealt with enough people like you in my life. You can kiss my behind. I like it. I enjoy rocks. I find rocks amazing. There's much worse things in life that you can be doing. You know, for a guy 25, I don't know many 25-year-olds married, happily married, 2 children, paid off house. You get to be a stay-at-home dad and collect rocks. The guys that I know in my position, they don't sell rocks. Well, no. This is a family show. I won't talk about that. But I love the hobby. I love the community. I love all you guys. And I love doing these shows. They're definitely going to keep coming. Yeah, that's right. Tyler knows. Shout out to all the guys named Tyler. You guys are geniuses. We got to stick together. Little random side tidbit. When I was like 7, for some odd reason, I had never met anybody named Tyler. So I always were like, I want to make a restaurant and I'm going to make it called Tyler's Place. And only kids named Tyler and dads and whatever, people named Tyler are going to be the only ones allowed to go there. Oh, when I was 7. So funny. You're a rock star. Thank you. I've been obsessed with rocks for a long, long time. I'll definitely do a show about the pieces that I collected and what got me hooked on all this. Oh yeah, my wife hates it. My daughter's 6. She's such a little picky butt though. She's back and forth. One day she loves going and collecting with me. The next day she hates it. One day she loves her rocks. The next day she hates her rocks. She's just like her mama. But my daughter loves it. My son's only 8 months. Oh, I cannot wait for this little guy. He's my mini-me. He's attached to my hip. My wife doesn't like it, but he's so great. My whole world. I can't wait for him to be old enough to get out here and do this with me because it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. All right, guys. Let's do a best idea I've heard in a long time. What idea was that, Tyler? Oh, you're talking my restaurant. Yes, I'm down, man. Let's do it. I'm good at collecting rocks, but I'm even better at whipping things up in the kitchen. My wife is a lucky lady. She tells me all the time. All right, guys. we're going to start going over these. These are what we cracked this evening. Patriotto Chalcedony making a couple appearances tonight. I'm excited. I didn't think it was going to. Wow, when is the next live show? You know what? I want to say right now, I want to do at least a week away from now. Yes, Tyler's Place. The decor will be all geodes and fossils. I am so for that. All right, you guys heard it here first. Nobody better steal our idea. Tyler's Place. Come and get your grub on and leave with some rocks. I want to go ahead and say that the next live show is going to be sometime next week at least. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I just really want to go through my inventory because I have had a couple people reach out and people curious and interested in acquiring some geodes for them to crack on own with their family or with their kids. So I want to go through that, and I want to make sure that I've got enough to accommodate everybody. You know, like I said, I don't sell to make money, but, you know, if there's people out there wanting for their kids, especially with the holidays coming up, I may put this down to once every other week, and, you know, just go from there. And we'll see how this winter goes. If this winter is going to be really terrible, if it's going to be a really bad winter, I'm not gonna get out there too much. But if it's going to be a decent winter and I can get some days to get out there, I will definitely go and do what I can. Like I said, I live in Illinois. I'm up in the south suburbs of Chicago. So for me to get out there is about 4 hours. So I always go and I stock up. I usually come home between 100 and 200 pounds. Absolutely. You can, Crystal, you can subscribe or not subscribe. You can, maybe it is. You can subscribe. There's a way to sign up for notifications of the next time I go on a live stream. It may be one of the options when you click and view either my profile or this live stream itself. But there is a way to do it. If not, Google's a handy way to look it up and see. But once again, thank you guys so much. I really, really enjoy doing this. This is only the second time doing it, but you have to live or be around a place that has the right conditions for geode formation. Yes. Very, very important. Like Tyler said, I'm in central Illinois. Woo! Shout out to Illinois. Illinois kind of sucks, but that's okay. We love it, though. Central Illinois. You're not too far from all the goodies. Not too far. If you just go straight over that way into Indiana, there's some beautiful things to be found out there. Well, like I said, once again, guys, I will definitely keep doing this. I would love to keep doing it as much as I can. But like I said, I also love sharing this beauty with everybody else. Oh, yeah. I call out Illinois. I've been doing it since I was born. But like I said, I will do this as much as I can. And I try and accommodate everybody. I've got a couple people who have expressed interest in some of the deals I've got. So, like I said, I want to make sure I've got some things for those people, especially if they're looking to get something for some kids for the holidays. I love it. So I'm all for it. Nothing wrong with getting the little Rugrats involved in this. But yeah, like I said, guys, stay tuned. Next show. Oh, Susan, I'm so sorry that you got here a little late. I will reshare this as soon as I'm done so you guys can watch and rewatch the stream, and you'll be able to enjoy everything. You'll just be a little bit delayed, but it's still a good show. I think we had some fun. Yeah, you'll enjoy. There was one geode I don't know how much time it actually ended up being. I'll make sure I time it, but I spent a good amount of time fighting a big guy, and I finally got him. The last time I tried to crack it, I gave it up. Gave up. He sat on my shelf. But we got him this time. So, like I said last time, guys, thank you so much again. My name is Tyler. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. I really appreciate everybody commenting and letting me know where they're from. Next show is going to be Monday or Tuesday. It's going to be around this time, 8 o'clock. I might do 8:15 just to make it a little bit more comfortable, and I feel like I'm not rushing just because 8 o'clock is a little close to my kids' bedtime. But I will definitely make sure you guys get some notice before I go live again. But until then, good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And thanks for tuning in, and keep rocking, guys.